Okay. Probably one last thing that we would be looking today is about case approvals. Okay. So earlier we spoke about routing. Good. So routing as in who works on the transaction or who is responsible. Good. But sometimes approvals are important. Who is approving the transaction? Okay. Are there multiple approvals required for this? Because every time I cannot have a single user approving everything. Depending upon the criteria, depending upon the scenario, the budgets, maybe the financial aspects, I need multiple approvals. Correct? So let's see how you deal with the case approvals. Okay. Suppose now candidate selection is currently done by the senior manager. It is okay. But if I have a senior person involved, or if I'm trying to hire a very senior person, I need multiple levels of approvals. Correct? So can I just keep on adding this approve reject step for each of it? If suppose I have 4 levels of approval, so can I add 4 approve reject steps like this? Is that okay?
No. So is it that when the case starts only you decide on the case level? Is that what you meant?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
So instead of at the steps you put it a process level, you put it on the case level approvals.
Case level, you can say so. You can say that. So instead of having, yeah, go ahead.
No, because if it's not here, then how do you set it?
Let me tell you. Now, this is not a very good practice. So adding in multiple levels of approvals like this as multiple steps is not a good practice. So what we do is within the approval step, you add only a single step, but you can have cascading approvals. Okay. Let me select this candidate selection. So the routing could be to specific user. It could be a work queue, or it could be a business logic also. So all three are possible. We know all these three, right? Specific user, work queue, business logic. We know these. And what about cascading approval? Where is it coming from? So generally, cascading approvals, I mean, this is a sort of a good to know information for us. We don't need to actually implement it. So when you look at the cascading approvals, you need to go to the Dev Studio, open your case type here. That's when, so yes, you see, right? I'm on the Dev Studio now, and I've just opened the recruitment transaction. On the candidate selection, there is an approval flow type, which says a single or cascading. So by default, all your approvals are single level. So one user approves it, the case would proceed further. Sometimes you might need cascading approvals. Okay. So cascading approvals are of two types based on reporting structure and authority matrix. So what is this? What does this mean? Let me tell you. So when I talk about case approvals, when there are more than one person involved, we call it cascading approval. Typically, two types of cascading approvals are available. One is based upon the reporting structure, other is based upon the authority matrix. Okay. So a reporting structure based approval. Suppose, okay. Suppose there is a project budget that needs to be approved. Okay, you are the project lead. So how will the approval process go typically? So it goes to your project manager, after which it may go to the director of technology, maybe vice president of technology. Likewise, it goes in the order of your reporting structure, right? So if your approvals are based upon reporting structure, it is nothing but a reporting structure based cascading approval. Okay. Whereas sometimes your approvals are required from people who are out of your reporting structure. For example,
Yeah.
maybe some claims, you have raised a claim request. So that has to be approved by your manager. After which it goes to your finance department. Some finance manager or auditor would approve it. Right? So does
Yeah.
it mean your project manager reports to a finance manager? No.
No.
So sometimes we might need people who are not part of our reporting matrix also to approve certain things. So that is based upon the authority matrix. Okay, so rest of the configuration, how you design it, how you design the authority matrix, all of it is a bit completely on the technical stuff. Okay,
Okay.
as this is covered in the CSA, this is more like a, part of a BA course. It is more like a good to know information for us.
Yeah. So, but BA will tell this information, isn't it? Like, this should be a
Correct.
cascading approval.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so that bit and all you go to the DCO and capture.
Correct. Correct. Right. Yes.
Okay.
Right. So it depends upon,
Are we
basically
later
like
going on the DCO part once is there a, in this
sure,
training?
sure. We will see it. Yeah, we'll see that.
Okay.
Where
Because
your
I
requirements
want to
are.
see, yeah, like I want to see, because some part you as a BA yourself will implement, isn't it? Like you implemented so many steps. And in some
Correct.
places you want the system analyst to take over, isn't it? So it's all the
Correct.
responsibility of BA to put together both, like what he has done as a skeleton, plus what he
Mhm.
wants the essays to, like the system analyst to do, isn't it?
Right, right. Correct, correct.
Okay.
So this is more on a sort of, good to know kind of information. Like we should know what all types of approvals are there and how do we handle it. But from the App
Oh,
Studio, we can only work on single level approvals, not cascading approvals.
okay. So
Right? So
as a
probably
BA,
in the
you say
next,
you
yeah,
need
yeah, go ahead.
cascade, and then you specify who and all approval has to go. Then the
Correct.
system analyst, they need to
Right.
understand how they need to configure it, isn't it?
Correct. Perfect.
Mm.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Sneha.
you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank